Republicans are apparently starting to talk about a future without Donald Trump totally, and that's happening right now. And honestly, just hearing that sounds very strange because for the last 10 years, Donald Trump and Republican Party have been basically strongly tied together. So whether you support him or not, it's hard to imagine modern Republican Party probably without Donald Trump being at the center of the stage or being at the center of every single thing. That's why this report caught my attention on a very strong side, because it suggests that some people inside Republican circle are starting to think about what comes next. And it's happening right now. Not necessarily tomorrow, not even next month, not even next year, but eventually. So if we are being realistic, that's not actually a crazy thing for them to do. No. Think about it for a moment, right? Every major organization plans for the future, and that's normal. Businesses, they do. They plan it. Sports team, they do everything step by step. Political parties, they have a process, right? They don't wait until the last minute and then suddenly, okay, who's next? No. Those conversations usually happens years before the public ever hears them about. So here's where the things are getting so weird and so interesting. The headlines makes it sound like Republicans are abandoning Donald Trump. Well, I don't really think what's really happening there, but if you look at the Republican base, Donald Trump is still incredibly influential right there. But people, they deny that. His endorsements matters a lot. His opinions, it matters a lot. His supporters are still extremely loyal to him. So this isn't some situation where Republicans have suddenly decided to move on from Donald Trump. No. What it feels more like is people quietly acknowledging the reality. And the reality is that no political figure stays at the center forever. So eventually every party has to figure out what comes next. And it's happening right now. So the problem for Republicans is that Donald Trump isn't a typical politician. No, he's somebody who can be easily replaced. You can't just find another candidate and probably put them on the stage and expect everything to continue so smooth exactly the same way and how it was. So because a huge part of Donald Trump's influence comes from his personality alone. And everyone knows his personality. The way he talks, the way he connects to people, the way he campaigns, the way he connects with his supporters, right? And with his haters. Whether people love him or hate him, it's unique political style what he has. So that's why the conversation about a successor is so complicated. Who exactly steps into the role? Is it JD Vance? Maybe. I don't think so. But a lot of people see him as someone who closely aligned with Donald Trump politically. I don't think so. Is it probably DeSantis? No, he's still a major figure in Republican politics, but could it be someone we are not even talking about right now? It can be possible. That's entirely very, very possible because history is full of political figures who came out of nowhere, right? But whoever it is, they're going to face a huge challenge because they are not just competing against Democrats. No, they might be misunderstanding here. They are basically competing against the shadow of Donald Trump. That's a huge thing. So that's a very different thing. Think about how many times over the years people have predicted that Donald Trump's political influence was so fading. We have heard that story again and again, yet somehow he's always remained one of the most powerful voices in American politics till today. So that's why I think people should be careful not to overreact to reports like this reports. So there's a difference between the planning for the future and pushing someone aside. So political strategies plan for every possible scenario ahead. So that's literally their permanent job. What I find fascinating isn't that these conversations are totally happening. No, it's that they are becoming so public and very controversial because once people start openly discussing who comes after this leader, it usually means they're starting to think about the next chapter already. So not because the current chapter is totally over, it's not over yet. Because they know it won't last forever. That's the real question right here. What does the Republican Party look after Trump? What do they look? Does it stay the same path or does it change the direction or does someone emerges who carries the movement forward? I don't know what they're thinking. Or probably does an entirely new type of Republican leader takes over. So nobody knows right here, but I don't want to guess it, but honestly, that's what makes this story very weird and interesting. It's less about what's happening today, and it's more about American politics might look like in 5 or 10 years or probably from now. So, because one day, whether people like it or not, Republicans are going to have to answer that question very clear. So who comes after Donald Trump? And right now, it doesn't seem like anybody has a clear answer. No, that's why these conversations are starting now. and they're becoming so popular. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think? Can anyone replace Donald Trump or not? I just want to know your opinion. Thank you. See you in the next video. And for more insights, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button for the video.